So this is a preliminary tray, and this is a good example because it's got everything that's wrong with it that could be bubbles like this right here. There's a pretty fresh extraction site. The vestibule wasn't captured during the impression, so I've already ground out some of that. So the idea is to have enough plastic, the tack material that we're going to use, that it'll push up underneath that lip, and we can custom mold it to the lip as we tug on it and shape it so that we can get a good final impression. So, and another thing is we want to leave the trough, the vestibule, a little bit. You want to have about 3 or 4 millimeters at least of trough material to have the tack material, so you can get it down in there and mold it and shape it to the muscle movements of the face when we do the trimming. Another problem obviously is this hole right here. So this was over trimmed and it punched a hole inside of it, so we'll put some material in there to block that out so that the tray will capture that. So the silly putty again is what we use, and you'll see that in a minute, but we can put some silly putty here and we'll wrap it around the teeth, and that'll get this model prepared for the final impression trays. So this is what the model looks like after I've done the trimming. You can see I used a burr to dig on the lathe to dig out some more of that model right there, so we could have some material in here that I can mold to the lip. Removed all the little bubbles and trimmed all the way around so that we can distinguish where the vestibule is, and put some of our tack custom impression tray material down in there. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We don't need perfection, because remember, this is just a preliminary impression. The final impression is where we try to get the more exact detail. So I put the silly putty on the model to block out the teeth so that I can make the custom tray over the top of it. And then once again we'll put something in here just to block the tray material from dropping down into that hole, and make a little stopper there to stop the tray from going down in there, and then the impression material should capture that during the final impression.